Hello and welcome back to my channel. If not back, then just welcome. Today is Sunday, December 3rd, 2017, meaning it is the third day of Vlogmas. Today's look is going to be a bronze smoky eye with like a pinky nudie lip and dewy skin. Yeah, that sounds about right. And the stars of today's show are the Girls palette by Dose of Colors with their collaboration with Desi and Katie, specifically the shade Noli, and then the Viseart Dark Matte palette. As with most of my tutorials, it's not about recreating the exact look with the exact products that I use, but more about getting like a vibe and a feel. So if you don't have these colors, no big deal. I mainly wanted to focus on having a really super intense shimmery bronze color as well as some nice warm dark mattes to really make sure that I can like smoke things out. However, if you are interested in what I'm using exactly, I will have all of that information in the description box down below. That's enough rambling from me. Let's go ahead and get into this makeup. All right. Let's get started. First step, you already know what time it is. Urban Decay Primer Potion and caffeine. It is really cuckoo bananas to me. Like, I cannot believe that it is already December, that it is already the last month of this year. And I know that the older you get, the faster time goes, because the way that that time flows is faster because you've experienced more years in your life. And so relatively years go by faster and faster compared to the number of years that you have had on this earth. But I still just can't believe that it is actually about to be 2017. Nope. It's really about to be 2018. What am I even talking about? Who knows? That is nuts to me, which means next year is an election year. So get out there and vote, because Senate is really out here wilding. So that's that. Do you see these festive nails? Do you see them? I was just going to be boring the last time I went and got my nails done and was just going to get like beige, or actually no, I was going to do a dark color because I like to alternate between like a neutral color and a dark color. So it was a dark colors time, but my nail lady, and shout out to me for having a nail lady. Who do I think I am? She was like, "Can you wear bright colors?" I was just like, dang, she played me. Like, she was basically saying like, are you boring by choice or are you boring because your job makes you boring? And the answer is I'm boring by choice. But she was like, can you wear bright colors? What about a red? You want to do red with the ombre glitter? And I was like, okay, I'll do this. Because she seemed very excited to do it. And she's so sweet that she can pretty much talk me into anything. The first thing I'm actually going to do is go in with a bronzer to put into my crease as my transition color. Because I want this to be smoky, but I want it to be warm. But not warm like Naked Heat warm, not warm like Tarte Toasted palette, but warm just to complement my skin tone. And this dress, this here satin gown that I have on is from Forever 21. I'm not fancy. This is a look that I would wear if I were like wealthy and was like, oh yes, I am taking a holiday in Saint-Tropez or some warm island Caribbean country, if I live that kind of life. Or it could be like, oh yes, it is now cold. Let me just travel to a part of the world where it's not cold. But I don't live that life. So low key, I kind of wouldn't want to, because whenever I think of winter, like I think of cold and snow. If anything, I would travel to more snow. So now I'm going to go in with a darker color, still a like warm brown color, out of my Viseart palette. So this one here. The reason why I am using the Viseart shadows is because of how pigmented they are, and I really want it to be a smoky look. So I'm just going to go in below that. What did I just put on? below that bronzer to start deepening things up and really work it into like the socket of my eye. Socket. That was a very forceful way to say socket. And this is a darker brown shade. Today is the tree lighting ceremony in the city where I live. But I can't really get into it because it's raining outside. And where I live, it doesn't really snow that much. It's more rainy and dreary that way than it is with snow, which snow, especially fresh snow, I don't think is dreary. I actually quite like snow. And it just signifies winter to me and like holiday season and warm fuzzy feelings. But I don't really get that here. It's just like perpetually gray, which can be like kind of leads like a Groundhog Day effect where it just doesn't really feel like time is moving because it's just always like boom, 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 boom. Now I'm going to go in with the bronze color. Now the reason why I'm using this palette here with this Nolly shade is because of how metallic these shadows are. So at first I just put it on my finger, rubbed it on my eyelid, and now I am patting it on my eyelid. I don't remember if this is one of the ones that they suggested that you use wet or not, but they do suggest that you use all of these shades with your finger. Generally, I'm not really all about the sparkles, but come holiday season, I want glitter on everything. I am experiencing fallout, so I'm just brushing away some of the glitter that fell. I don't really mind it. It's not that big a deal. Now I really want to start to smoke it out. It's time to switch up the tools a little bit. Time to go in with a pencil brush. And I'm going to be working with these two browns here. So this is the first brown that I put down here to darken things up. And this one is going to be the one that I used to really just like blow everything out. And I'm going to work little by little, especially because these Viseart shadows are so pigmented. I'm going to work little by little to build it up. I'm going to go in with the darker of the two first. And just kind of act like I'm creating a wing. And I'm going to take it on top of that shiny bronze color a little bit. And right now I'm all about depositing color, not concentrated too much on the blending just yet. Now I'm taking a very small tapered blending brush because I want to blow out this corner here with the lighter of the brown color, but I want to make sure I have a blending brush and not a pencil brush because I want to be blending the colors. I'm not so much concentrated on depositing the color. Pretty high up, like this is the start of my brow bone, but I'm still putting a lot of the darker shadows up there. Now I'm going to take my first original brush, and I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm just going to make sure that the lines are pretty soft. So now I'm going to go ahead and put some of that same shadowiness on the lower lash line. This isn't a cut crease look, so I'm not really concerned with if I lost some of the concentration of the glitter shadow because I want everything to just kind of like be blended together and soft. YouTube confession time. I low-key hate cut creases. I feel like we're gonna look back on pictures with cut creases and just be like, dang, that's hella dated. The thing that I kind of like about the beauty community on social media is that everything is gonna be kind of like a time capsule. So that when this stuff is retro in the future, which RIP me thinking about how these fashions are going to be retro one day. And so it would be cool to be able to access that, to draw inspiration from it. The thing about time capsules is that they're kind of forever. And so anybody and everybody will be able to find them at any time. And who knows what we'll be doing in the realm of beauty and fashion in another 25, 30 years time. But I can only imagine like someone being able to log on and see me in like the 2017 equivalent of the Rachel haircut, being like, oh, I found this as an example of how not to do it. I'm just putting the the bronze color on the lower line as like an inner corner highlight. I'm too old to have those kind of pictures be able to come back and bite me in the butt. Now, maybe if I were like 20, 21, maybe. Where I am with makeup right now, I have very much honed it to be where I'm not so focused on like trends as far as like the method in which I apply my makeup. The colors, I'm all about the trendy colors. So that part, I follow the trends on. But anyway, I'm rambling. All right, as always, just doing a little clean up with some concealer on the shadow. Since I have such a smoky look today, I'm going to take a smaller blending brush to clean up around the edges of the makeup because I don't want to take away from it. Now I'm just going to put on my mascara. All right, I want a super volumizing, super black mascara. So today I'm using the Voluminous Flash Paradise mascara by L'Oreal. It's my favorite mascara. It used to be the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but this is like the drugstore dupe of that. And it's actually a really good dupe. So yeah, I'll just use that instead. And then because of my eye shape, I'm going to concentrate a lot of that mascara on the outer corner. Because today is all about drama. Today is all about drama and mystique and pretending like I'm about to get on a yacht somewhere and sail around somebody's Atlantic Ocean and drink somebody's rum punch and pretend like I like the smell of the ocean. Because I really don't. The ocean smells so awful to me. It stinks. I'm not really a beach person. More of a forest person. I like the smell of trees. Like realistically, I'll take a fjord over a coral reef any day. But fjords and like mountains and alpines feels like home. Like I can't imagine being glamorous in the snow. But I can be glamorous on somebody's yacht somewhere. Okay, now moving on to the face. Should I do my brows first? No, I'll do my brows after I do my face because in case I get some stuff in the brows. I want the skin today, that sounds creepy. I want my skin today to be dewy, but I don't really like to use dewy foundations because they get really oily on me quick. So I'm going to use like an illuminating cream and mix it in with a matte foundation. So I'm just going to take this little sample guide that I have of just this I'm just going to take a little bit of illuminating cream, a little bit of the illuminating cream with a little bit of some matte foundation. I'm just going to mix those two together to get this beautiful pearlescent version of my skin tone. So I like to concentrate it on the lower half of my face to really brighten things up. And then everywhere else is just kind of, it's just kind of whatever. Okay, I've never used this illuminating cream before. So it's the Odd Man Out. And it smells weird. It smells oddly fruity. The one that I'm using is the Mega Illuminating Moisturizer from Glam Glow. It kind of smells not alarming. Like, I'm not going to trip over it. But it smells a little bit stronger than I would want it to be quite honest. Now, I don't know how much it's picking up, but when I move my face, there's like a nice dewiness to my skin that looks a little bit more luminous than just like my natural oils. My natural oils just kind of look greasy. Now for the cheeks, I kind of don't want to do anything else to my skin. Like I don't want to put on any bronzer. I don't want to put on any blush. Just want to keep it really simple, but give you a nice intense smoke. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I'm going to do. And move on to the lips. I'm going to be using a lip cream that's kind of almost too pale of a nude. Almost concealer lips. But there is a rosiness in it that keeps me from plummeting headfirst into Tyrone Bigum's territory. And almost started posing, but I have to do my brows. I had a really great time in my brow life right now. My brow growth cycle. I don't like how my freshly plucked brows look. I like it when they grow in just a little bit. And so they have grown in just a little bit. So now we are having this beautiful love affair of them just being like full and luscious and having like an arch and a shape to them, but still being like natural and feathered, and I only have to use one product right now, and it's beauteous. Because when they're fresh, I use a little bit of a pencil and my brow mascara to get them to look how I want them to. And then when they get too far gone, I can't really even use my brow mascara too much because they just start looking like heinous. But we're at a good place right now. The fruity smell of that Glam Glow stuff is super strong, and it's really transporting me to that palm tree location that I said that I was pretending to be at earlier. It kind of works, but it also kind of makes me worried for my pores. So this here is the final look. All right, so that's it. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you from the very bottom of my heart. Tune in tomorrow for day 4 of Vlogmas. Till next time, bye guys.